Rob.
Tony. And I'm Jeff.
We're in gaming.
And that's you.
Yo, what's going on, guys? Warshack here at the end, and I am sick and tired of that Secret Paladin deck. I know the TGT just came out, and it's a brand new kind of set of cards, but already I cannot stand going against Paladin every single game and then playing that stupid Secret Cancer Paladin. I don't even want to talk about it. So, we've built a deck specifically meant to destroy it, and that would be Double Flare Hunter. So, unfortunately, we're not going against a Paladin, we're going against a Mage, but nonetheless, Mages play secrets, Flares kill secrets, we like that. I'm sure this deck will do fine against other decks as well. It's just specifically meant for Paladin. It does well against Mage just because of the double flare anyway, so it's like a side good against Mage, and then I'm supposed to be decent at, versus everything else, because it is just like a mid-range hunter. I mean, it is a mid-range hunter, it just has some other tendencies. So if we look at the deck list on the right here, we notice Dreadscale's in the deck, but Dreadscale has the picture of a piloted shredder. I'm not sure what the fuck happened there. That's a Hearthstone glitch. I couldn't change it. Sometimes it's Lothab, sometimes he's a fucking pilot or a Sky Golem. Well, no, piloted shredder. I was right. I don't know why I said Sky Golem. And then sometimes he's a Dreadscale. So I mean, he likes different things. You can't really let him be what he wants to be. So if you have any questions on the deck list and why the fuck there's Dreadscale looking like a piloted shredder, don't ask me. Ask Hearthstone. So I'm thinking a Dreadscale is a better play here, just because it kills his loot hoarder, and then our mad scientist won't die to the following turn, and if he wants to waste his turn 3 to ping the mad scientist, I'm okay with that. So we have 6 damage on field right now, which is a nice start. This deck normally, it's not a face hunter, so it's the kind of start to this deck. If you don't get a web spinner, you don't get a haunted creeper, and you don't either get a mad scientist or a knife juggler, which is a lot of ifs. But if you don't, this deck starts extremely slow. So we'll swing with our weapon. We'll throw down the 4 damage to his face. The reason why we didn't just ping for 2 and play a secret is because Mad Scientist gave us a secret. And if he attacks, our weapon will get that charge. So if we have a secret down, we also want to combo that with our weapon. I mean, it's not the end of the world if your weapon can't get the fuck. He has 2 secrets now. We need to draw Flare. This is why there's 2 flares in the deck. Come on, Hearthstone RNG. There it is. The RNG. Thank you, Hearthstone RNG gods. Kill the fucking 2 secrets. Holy shit, that was fucking amazing. Alright, now let's make plays, boys. Let's make plays. So I'm thinking... yeah, why not? We could... we have 3 mana. We could Frozen Shot, swing for 4, and we don't have any more secrets, so that Secret Keeper going back to his hand really doesn't change anything. And he's at 17 health, which is pretty nice. Turn 5, I mean, this isn't normally a really fast-paced deck at first. It builds up during mid-game, and by late game, you play Savannah Highmane as GG no re. So, oh boy, it's dead. Alright, never mind. He won't even attack. Okay. So from here, we've got 2 Knife Jugglers, which I can see being a pro, because we can play 1 Knife Juggler... call the hounds, hopefully both pings hit both creatures, 1 hound into 1 and we'll weapon the other. That doesn't sound too bad. Yeah. So we'll Knife Juggler. Let me make sure. We have 6 mana. I think clearing his field and having a juggler on the field is probably best. We won't get the extra charge out of our weapon, but I mean, it's not that big of a deal. So let's see if the ping hits him for 1. Nice. Hit the Flame Waker. Holy shit, the RNG today, boys. Alright, and we'll kill off this guy with our hound, swing for face for 1, end our turn. And we're in a pretty good position here. I mean, he's about half health. We've got 2 cards on field, a trap, another Knife Juggler in our hand, a Shredder, and a Quick Shot. That Quick Shot's the best time to use Quick Shot. I mean, you can kill it with a creature. It is just like a Dark Bomb. But for the most part, you want to get that extra card with it. It just helps so much. I don't know why he wouldn't ping his Alkalite. Because now it's just going to get silenced. And we're going to play Shredder. We're going to swing for 3. Hit face and hit the Alkalite, but it doesn't really matter. Oh shit, that was kind of a misplay, boys. Because we silenced the Alkalite, but our Frozen Trap's down, so it's just going to get returned to his hand. So silencing that Alkalite was kind of dumb. That was a mistake. Yeah, that was our bad. That is not value. That was negative value. We, like, got rid of his card completely, made it useless, and then gave it back to him and said, here, try again. Here. Have another go at this. And I'm really not sure what kind of deck this guy's playing. I mean, Frost Nova, he had the Ice Block, so I can only assume he's playing Freeze Mage, but you don't normally play Mystic in a Freeze Mage deck unless he's playing against a lot of other people using Mystic. So, we have enough mana to kill command, and then we have a quick shot. And then we have a ping for 2. Actually, we don't have a ping for 2. I completely lied. We're 1 mana short of a ping for 2. But this should be a good game. I mean, he's down to 3 health. All we have to do is, let's say, we take him down to that 1 health because we swing with one of our creatures. We get him down to 1 health. We ping. He's at 1 health. The Ice Block goes off. He lives for an extra turn. We ping again. It's not that big of a deal. Unless he has kill in his hand, which I don't see 4 cards with 5 mana being a kill for 18 health. But I mean, you know what? You don't really ask questions. Arcane Missiles. This guy's playing a very weird variation of a Freeze Mage. I'm not sure. He's playing Flame Waker, Frost Nova. What the fuck is he playing? He played Flame Waker, Arcane Missiles, Ice Block, the Freeze Nova. Like, what the hell? Alright, so it looks like it is an Ice Block, so he's no more Ice Blocks in his deck, and he's got no field with only 3 cards in hand. This game is looking like it's over. And the reason we didn't, yeah, he conceded. And the reason we didn't play Animal Companion is because we already had Lethal on the field, and we don't just want to overextend for no reason. We could have played it, but let's say he had a Flame Strike, and we weren't playing a Hunter, so we couldn't do direct damage. That definitely could have been an issue, without a doubt. Okay, so speeding up into this next game here. Who are we going to be playing? We are going against a Druid. Unfortunately, it's not a Paladin. I was really hoping for a Paladin. His name's the Milkman, which is kind of awkward.
Let the hunt begin.
So we got a Flare, Savannah Highmane, and Shredder. I'm going to return all of these. The Flare is useless. I mean, just the cycling a card is fine. But turn 1, it's not fine. And this hand is not looking terrible. If we can draw like a Mad Scientist or a Web Spinner, it'll be good. Animal Companion, it's a good 3-drop. I'm all right. I can twerk with an Animal Companion. We didn't have a really decent 3-drop besides Kill Command, and normally we don't use that. Just you don't use it to use it. I'm interested to see what kind of Druid deck he's playing, because right now, a really great deck, guys. Right after this, I'm going to be doing it's like a ramp Druid, but instead of it being like a late game Druid, it's an early game Druid. So it's like an early game ramp Druid. It's insane. It's so much fun. So definitely check that shit out. And of course, turn 3, we Animal Companion. I mean, Animal Companion's a hard card to argue. For 3 mana, summon a 4/4 with Taunt, a 4/2 with Charge, or a 2/4 that gets everything else +1. So that can Call the Hounds if you end up getting the +1. Oh, shitty Keeper. Alright, well, that's not the end of the world. Alright, so we're going to Shredder. We're going to kill off the Keeper. The reason we killed off the Creeper instead of swinging directly to his face, we're not running a Face Hunter. We are playing a mid-range Hunter, and it's important for field control. Whether or not we could have done the extra 4 damage, we could have probably squeezed it in there, but for the most part, field control is the most important thing with mid-range Hunter. So I think we're going to kill off his 4/2 here. Again, we were able to kill 2 creatures with our 1 card. That's value. And the reason I'm going to say value so much is because Tony hates it. I say value for everything now. He'll be like, Rob, holy shit, that was a nice Shredder drop. Wow. That's almost a Millhouse Mana Storm. So we're going to kill off his 5/4, and we're going to get another 2/3. Not a bad drop. And the Savannah Highmane top deck for this for the 6 mana. The top deck Savannah Highmane for our 6-drop is what I meant to say. Was brilliant. Of course he wins the Joust. Whenever someone plays that card, they always win the Joust. I don't know what the fuck it is with that card, but that card always wins Joust. So if you're going to play a card, play that card. Right there. If you got a Joust deck, that's the card. Always wins. So I think we need to knock off that shield without killing a creature. So we'll kill him. I guess we could have. We'll give this guy Taunt and the 2/2 so he lives. We get to play a creature. It'll live, like I said, which is the most important part, and we'll swing for 5. So like I said, if we would have killed it, his Death Rattle would have triggered, giving us the 2/2s, but then I think he could innervate Azure Drake Swipe, and he hasn't used a Swipe yet, and he hasn't used a Nevermind. We're thinking too far ahead. But anyway, I don't like having a bunch of 2-drops on the field because Swipe would fuck them so hard. And hopefully at least the third game we can play is against a paladin. I was hoping one of the 3 ranked games we played with this deck to kind of show it off. The whole reason I made this deck is to go against a paladin so I could flare his 6 secrets and fuck him. Actually, it's 5 secrets. I don't know. It's 5 or 6. It looks like a fucking Christmas tree. So that would be... That's 5 secrets. Yeah. Let's go against a paladin. 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 You'll never hear me say that unless I'm playing this deck. A warrior. Fucking A. Ooh, look, he's a legend warrior. Does this mean he's good? Probably not. Alright, so we'll keep the web spinner, we'll keep the animal companion, we'll get rid of the hunter's mark. And the only reason, okay, Houndmaster for turn 4. So we're looking for a turn 2 creature here. Whenever you're kind of starting off a deck, whether you know how to play it extensively or not, I mean, for the most part, a 1, 2, 3, 4 hand is like ideal because you have something to play on every turn, and that's just tempo you're gaining. I mean, if you're very proficient with the deck, you know the curve, you know you can kind of get away with some stuff, which we'll talk about when we do our Druid deck, because that deck's a little tricky because you have the Wild Growths, you have the Darnassus, you have the Innervates, and you're going to play things at different times. Like, you can play a 4-drop on turn 1, but how will that affect your turn 2 or 3? Or maybe you can play a turn 4 or a turn 3 card on turn 2. It's which one is better. And it all depends on what hand you have, the deck, what you've drawn, what your opponent's played. There's a variety of things that goes into those kinds of choices. And that's what makes the deck so much fun, is because you have choices. Most of the decks now are you have the card, you play it, and that's it. If he kills it, he kills it. He doesn't, he doesn't, and that's who decides who wins. Or there's of course the RNG factor to it, but Druid, I think, takes a little bit more skill than people give credit to it. So from here, we've got, we could play the Panther or the Haunted Creeper with the ping. I think the Panther is our best bet here. It takes up most of our mana, and it gets a 4/2 on the board. He can't attack it, so if he ends up playing, let's say, an Armor Smith or a Sledge Belcher, which I think he's going to be playing right here. Yep, the Sledge Belcher. So we know he's playing Control Warrior just because that move right there. Normally, you can't really tell if he's playing Grim Patron or not. Just off the start of the game, if he plays Armor Smith, Taskmaster, Weapon, those go into almost every Warrior deck. So him playing the Sledge Belcher shows me exactly what deck he's playing. So we've got a couple options here. We could Animal Companion and see if we can get the +1. Or we could Knife Juggler Animal Companion, and hopefully it pings the Sledge Belcher. Alright, ping it. Alright, nice. So now our creature can kill the Sledge Belcher, and we'll be able to kill the extra taunt from the Sledge Belcher as well. So, I mean, Sledge Belcher is a really tough thing to get past in a Hunter deck without the Iron Beak. And so is an Abomination. That thing will fucking hurt. That's going to clear both my creatures. There's no way around it. We don't have the Iron Beak, and we're not going to just wait for it. So, yeah. Rip field. Alright, Haunted Creeper, and we're going to give that Haunted Creeper a 2/2 and taunt. We get 2 creatures down, and that's pretty nice. Shadow Demon, how you doing? Alright, the Refreshment Vendor. You got Golden Super Hot Fire, huh? What the fuck does that mean? We're gonna play Dr. Boom. And we're gonna swing for 4 and swing for 3. The Refreshment Vendor really isn't that scary, and I don't feel like smashing 7 damage into it to kill it. Yeah, so, I mean, it all depends. Oh, we should have saw that Brawl coming. But at the same time, we had to play Dr. Boom on 7. That's just one of the cards you gotta play. What lived? A 4/3. I can deal with that. And the 2 bombs for 4 and 3. Nice, dude. If I would have said 4 and 4, that would have been too optimistic. But saying 4 and 3 is a little bit, you know, it's doable. And that was a really nice top deck. We're going to put that down. We used all our mana in 1 turn, which is very efficient of us. We're swinging for 6 damage, pinging for the extra 2. So 8 damage, another card on field, and a secret. I'm not sure what this guy's going to do. Yeah, I don't know why everybody thinks my classes are gold. They're like, oh, what gold classes do you have? None. None of my classes are gold. Not a single class is gold. I don't even know I'm close to getting a class to gold. I think the most wins I have on a particular class is like 300. And don't you need like 500? So I'm like a little past halfway there. In some of the decks, like Rogue, I have like 2 wins on. So I'm thinking I'm going to... I really want a quick shot. Yeah, so we're going to smash, quick shot, Smash. No. Yeah, we can smash. What'd it bring? Another Shredder. Awesome. So for 3, draw an extra card. Mad Scientist. We're going to ping for 2 because I really don't feel like putting the Mad Scientist down because if it ends up dying, we won't get the extra secret because there's the 2 of the same secrets in the deck. So I want to pop this secret before I throw down that Mad Scientist. Also, if he ends up field clearing, I don't want the Mad Scientist to die with it like I just stated. The reason why its effect won't go off. So I don't see how this guy's going to come back. I've got Shredders, which are just going to bring out more cards. So yeah, he killed 1 Shredder, and he killed both my little Creeplings. He's going to gain 5 more armor, and that's going to get returned back to his hand, which could be a potential issue. But I don't see how much damage it was. So if we would have played Mad Scientist, we would have just won here. Doggone it. That's a risk we got to take, boys. Alright, Savannah high main, so we'll throw it on the high main. We'll, I think, ping for 2. Yes. Swing for 4, swing for 3, and he is at 3 health. End our turn. So if we would have played Mad Scientist, we wouldn't have won. He would have been at, wouldn't have won. He would have been at 2 health, or 1 health. So into, never mind. Totally forgot I had Frozen Trap down. And I say Frozen Trap, not freezing, so hopefully you guys, oh, we should have definitely. Well, we're still going to get 2 2s out of the deal, and we're going to get the fucking Dire Wolf. Nice, so you can see it. So this pretty much wraps up our 3 wins as the Hunter deck. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. This deck will do very well against the new Paladin Cancer that's out. As you can see, it also does well against other decks. It's still a nice mid-range Hunter, and it's still, we've just made some few adaptations to kind of deal with the new cards. And if you look at the deck list, there's only, I think, 1 new card in it, and that's the Dread Scale, and you don't have to have that. So, yeah, let me know how you guys do. I'd be interested to hear your stories going against this new Cancer Paladin and the awesome flares that you get off when he plays all his secrets. So, of course, leave those in the comment section below. Thank you all for stopping by the end. Of course, I'm Warshack, and happy whatever the hell day it is.